Premier Battles, you women in the building, make some noise.
Place to be. Premier Battles is the place for UK battle rap.
Well, the sky is no limit with this sport.
It's fucking ripped apart with angles.
It's different, there's nothing like it.
This shit is intense.
Oh, you're gonna feel that shit, motherfucker. You don't see that shit, you feel that shit.
The main show has arrived, baby. Premier Battles.
Battle rap is almost like church.
And I'm the god.
So finally I'm back. But I see the polls be divided with the fans, so who's really got Bobby winning? That's surprising to a man. You lot are best related with dementia patients. The ones that get frightened by their fan car. You've known me for years, but I still gotta remind you who I am, so I guess I am.
Come on, Jim. Just a relic from the past. If he was smart, he'd be topical, but do a little digging, you'll see archaeological. A walking contradiction. And the way I feel for him, cause if Diz ever comes to the bitch, then he'll floor it, yelled snitch. And he forced you to run to the hills for it, it's mad. Disaster came, and Ark wasn't built for it.
So you can't tell me about club bangers where having a 9 is below par, you gotta have a substandard. And you can't claim to be OG if your artillery's bog standard, so you better know that I ain't letting up. If I put a price on your head, you'll die like Prop Joe, cause I'm using cheese to set him up. And you're gonna die so clearly, cause you're a yes man like Jim Carrey. And if we're talking pens, I don't really find yours too scary, cause like a restraining order, on paper you can't come near me. So I'm not gonna say that.
Listen, my next battle is gonna be expensive, Trops. Believe me, you have to come in with a briefcase to get it done. You sound like you're on every drug and chat a whole bag of shit that makes absolutely no sense to us. I build up the background and the narrative that gives a special effect to every punch. You fake deep, I'm a deep fake. I could put this body on anyone. I said,
But he doesn't take that stance for nothing. See, there's reason there, because controversy sells. And when Koj returned to battle rap, he wanted to hit the ground running. He wants to travel the world with this, go around punching. If it wasn't for the whole conspiracy theory shit, he'd just be another upper mid-tier battler without substance. So it makes sense he's a flat earther, because Briggz said to get to the other side of the world, he'll have to dig deeper. And he found nothing to kill me.
Cause you've won a lot of hearts, influencing these folks' predictions, even though we've both had a busy year and shown commitment. But now it's time to leave Earth and show conviction. Last battle I made Arctic, now I got Frost, so that puts me in pole position.
Yo, what is good, people? It's so good to be back. Welcome back to the Smokehouse. It's been like a whole month. I've done like 9 months of doing it every single week to just go a month without my computer working. But we are back, and we are back with our big one as well. Big up everyone in the chat already. We will go through them in a second. But I'm well excited about this episode tonight, so I want to bring on the guys straight away. So we're backstage at the moment. We've got the guy just coming off an international belt. We've got Frankie Phraser. And we got the guy Scoop. What is up, man? How are you two? How you doing, Frank? You all right?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Yeah,
not bad, man.
Good, thank you. Scoop, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm not bad, bro, man. I'm not bad, thank you.
Good. You all ready for this weekend?
Yeah, pretty much.
You gonna be at the event this weekend, Frankie?
Yeah, but I don't think I'll be there in time to see Scoop and Art because it's going on first, and I've got a fixture at about 1 o'clock. So
Okay. Damn it!
I probably won't get there till about 2, 3.
You're getting it. So you guys are going first. That's different. I like it though. I like it. It means people are definitely going to be showing up on time.
I think it's second. I think we're going second still.
No, that's cool. We're going to go through the card. Actually, we're going to do some predictions and that. And I thought we'll start with the Irish card. So I'll bring that out straight away. Hang on, just 1 second. Boom, it's going to cut us off a bit, but that's cool. So I'm not hugely familiar with all of these guys, but I've seen like their qualifying battles, so we can go through it. If you guys don't know, then obviously, you know, we'll skip it for you guys. In the comments, let us know who you think's got taken it as well. See who you think got it. Sorry. So the first battle is Spacebar versus Kid B.
If Kid B is the guy I heard about the other day that jumped in a battle and did 3 rounds that he wrote the day of, then he wins. That's fire.
Yes, he was really good in his qualifier as well. Spacebar, I don't remember, so I'm not sure if they got to perform in their qualifier. I know a lot of dropouts and stuff happened, but they've not stuck in my head, so I'd have to go Kid B with that one. Just seen we got someone else backstage, so I'm going to bring them on. We've got the full house of guests that were said they were going to come on. This is rare in battle rap, I'm not going to lie. Like, I get a lot of people telling me, yeah, I'll be on. And no, like, so thank you, fellas. And lastly, bringing us to our 4 today. Quill, man, how are you doing?
I'm amazing. How are we, boys? We all good, yeah?
Hey, we're all good, man. We're all good. We was just going through the Irish Academy card, which is... I'll bring it back up on the screen here. We was just talking about Spacebar and Kid B. Are you familiar with most of these guys, or what's your kind of?
I'm not. No.
I know a few of the names,
but that's cool. We'll go through quick. Whichever ones we can do, we'll do. Yeah, like I said, Kid B.
Wait, no, tell a lie. I know the rest of the card other than J-Mac. I know Rudy, JPEG, Wayne, Lizzie, and Goma. I know they are.
Okay. Singling him out, yeah, Frankie. Yeah, you just thought you do that. Just thought you single out one Donny that you don't know. Yeah. Okay.
No, because he said if you don't know the rest of them, but we'd already done the first battle, and I only knew one of them as well.
all right, no, that's cool. So we got Rude Boy versus JPEG then. Well, what we got for this one?
I like Rudy, and I think he's going to do a lot better going forward. I just think JPEG's been around too long.
Okay, anyone else gonna weigh in on this one?
JPEG, freeze it.
Cool. All right, Gwaine versus J-Mac, sorry.
From what I know,
I've not seen a lot of J-Mac myself either, to be honest.
Gwaine was like champ of Ireland for a bit, man. Gwaine has been about from day.
Yeah, well, he was Rapper's full champ, wasn't he? Hades took it off him, but he was Rapper's full champ. So yeah, I kind of would lean towards Gwaine just because I know of him more, so he must be making more of a buzz in the name. And this is really good to see a headliner, ScoMo versus Lizzie C. What are we saying?
Let's go ScoMo, bro.
What are we saying about this one? This one's quite interesting, I think. This one's going to be... I'll bring this down now because we know what we're talking about. So ScoMo versus Lizzie.
Yeah, that's going to be mad. I think ScoMo's just always got a point to prove. I feel like every time I see him talking, he's got a point to prove. I quite like it. I haven't got that sort of hunger, bro.
Right, definitely, I see that. Personally, though, I think Lizzie's quite hard to beat. There's certain like angles that you can take with Lizzie that the crowd are not gonna like in Ireland. I think so. He has dependent on what ScoMo brings, you know, the angles that he brings to it. What are you saying, Quill?
ScoMo, freeze it.
Okay, Scoop, you got anything?
2-1 either way.
Good man.
2-1 either way, man.
I like that.
I'll give the diplomatic answer.
Hey, I don't like it all the time though, alright? So I will pressure you for some of them, especially when we're looking at this card. Just one sec, it's going to start playing as well. Especially when we're looking at this card. Oh, we can't see us. That's annoying. We're going to have to do it like that. So yeah, we'll go through this and then we're going to get into Frankie versus Scoop. If everybody watching is to share the stream, let's get loads of eyes on this. This is hopefully something we'll do a lot more of. Get two people that battled each other to come on and watch their battle. I think it'd be quite interesting.
I didn't know we was actually gonna watch our battle until after I said yes. I would have probably said no because being on here to watch my own battle feels fair weird. But let's give it a go.
To be fair though, I will.
Like, yo, did you hear
this
me?
is my idea. This is fully my idea. Nobody's come to me to say, yeah, you should watch this with me or anything like that. I will put that out there now. This is fully my idea.
I feel like I'm just third wheeling as well. It's like why, like these guys? Why am I here now? I'm just perving on these guys' battle now, like.
Co-hosting. That's what it is. Okay. That's what it is. That's what you're doing today, man. You're co-hosting with me.
All right.
I just got a message from Grazer about Undisclosed 8 as well. I will be doing that, but that's in April, right? So I'll do that like next month because I'll be back to doing this weekly. Don't you worry. Well, we've got fans from New Zealand up here as well. This is crazy.
Yeah,
big up you guys.
Big up.
Definitely. Highlights as well. Big up. And Ryan, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so let's get into this, and then we can get into watching some battles and that. So, Gasper versus Carlton Shanks.
Joe, this is mad. A part of me wants to say Carlton because I feel like Carlton's one of them guys that just like if he really gave a fuck, he'd be so sick. But he just he doesn't seem to give a fuck. Like over the years, he doesn't do it as often, and you can't play with people like Gas, man. That brother gives a shit. He will proper try at everything. It's hard to battle people like that, especially in a format where you have to win or lose. You know, like if they were just battling like a promo battle, I'd probably think Carlton will win it. But when it's for an actual W, Gas is gonna care way too much. But I would not be surprised if Carlton won. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Scoop, what are you saying?
I got Gas buff 2-1 because kind of like on the back of what Frankie said, like Gas buff really cares, bro. I don't think Carlton Shanks is someone you can really write off, but I don't think a lot of people are as familiar with him as maybe they should be. But he's good, bro. Like he's good, man. But I'll say Gas buff 2-1.
When was his last battle? When was Carlton Shanks' last battle? It was time ago.
I couldn't tell you, but I know he smoked Reverse. I know it was only Reverse's second battle, but like he still did that.
He beat P Soldier as well. Like,
and they had a very good showing versus was it Pedro as well? He had a quite good battle with Pedro. Yeah, Carlton definitely can. He can win battles. He could win this one. Quill, what you say? Who would you give it to?
I like Carlton Shanks, man, but I think Gas Buff is really, really good at the moment, man. Like he's like really promising up and coming, like, and he, like these man said, he's hungry, man. So I don't see past Gas Buff winning. I'll be surprised if Carlton gets around, to be honest. No disrespect to him, but Gas Buff's really good, man. He's so original, man. Like his material is so original. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think it's going to be 2-1 Gas, but can be 3-0 Gas. That's kind of how I'm calling this one. Personally, it's kind of even in the chat at the moment. We've got a lot of Gas 2-1, a lot of Carlton 2-1. So this will be an interesting one. I think this would be a really good battle to put on first as well. One, to make sure Carlton's awake for it, and two, I just think these guys building up, like getting the crowd on their feet, so to speak. Like, you know, I think they'll do well at doing that. I find it quite interesting as well. Would you guys be okay with opening an event? Frankie, would you be like down for it? Would that be fine with you? Does it matter to you?
No, not really. Back in the day, I used to love the idea of going early so I could just enjoy the event. But nowadays, man, honestly, it really depends. Like, I'd rather have the crowd be more on it. But if I've got to set the pace for the day, I'm not going to cry about it. It would just depend on the card, like, and why, you know. But yeah, I'm not fussed as long as it's like I'm ready to go and I've like had a chance to sort of run it or whatever just before. I'm not that stressed.
Okay. And Quill, what are you thinking about that, man?
Me, I'll just kind of sidetrack thinking that we need to, like, because obviously I don't know where you're leading on to from this, but obviously the second battle of the day is Ark versus Scoop on this card.
This is why I was saying it. We were talking about it before, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So like everyone has to make sure that they're there on time because this is like a main event. Like this, like before Gemini and Koj got moved, this is the main event. So now we're getting a main event as the second battle. Like this is a positive. Like it's a, you know, you don't get this very often. It just means that the whole day is going to be very high level. So it just means as a fan, there's nothing for you to miss. There's no, you know, trailers before and all this. It's straight glitz and glamour from the get go. So everyone has to be there early, and we're gonna have a full day of this, man. So it's good, man.
No, definitely. I'm gutted that I can't make this event. I'm gonna have FOMO watching, waiting really for the Patreon drop and just watching Twitter all day to see all the updates. So everyone there, obviously, you know, give us the updates as much as you can. But yeah, I think that the next battle is going to be really interesting. The next battle on the card, so that's Leicester versus Kick Nelly. It's going to be quite an interesting one, especially after today's Twitter. I feel like Leicester's going to have.
I'll be surprised if I'll be surprised if today plays much more than a bar. Like I think Leicester's prepared and ready. I'd say.
I just think Leicester could do something really good with it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he could definitely.
They could take that and it could be hilarious.
I feel like it wouldn't. They won't do much with it. I think he'll just bring it up for like one laugh and then have his round ready.
Yeah, that would probably be best. But yeah, who we got taking this one? Personally, I think Leicester's going to take it. I think Kick could take it. He's used to winning battles. You know, he's been in a hell of a lot of tournaments and stuff before. But Leicester obviously won an academy, so you know they're both in that kind of bag. And Leicester's got something to prove at the moment because he was very unhappy not being in Division 1, and then he was very unhappy that Sean O'Mac didn't turn up. So Kick's got to take the brunt of it all. So I think
he's got like a big fire under him right now with all of that. I think Leicester gets that one.
Big up Charlie every time as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Scoop, what do you say?
Sorry.
I think Leicester's got that, to be honest. I think Leicester's got him a little bit rattled as well. Like I do think Leicester's got him a little bit rattled as well. And the thing about it is, it's one of those ones where when you come in with a point to prove, because remember, in his eyes, he should be in D1. And a lot of people think that. So he's going to come in with that in his mind, like, bro, I should be wiping the floor with you.
No doubt.
Exactly that. Quill, what are you saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kick nearly took it. I've only seen one clip of him, and he was alright, but Leicester seems to be just you know, belittling him in all the face-offs and in all the interactions and that, and it looks like a clear Leicester win if I was to predict.
Okay.
I also just add as well, like I feel like Leicester gets fans on side very quickly when he battles. Like he's able to get the room like on his side quite quickly. So if he's able to do that with Kick, who like with everything like you said about today and stuff, if people are going to the event and they think about today and he mentions it, he'll get them on side pretty quickly. But yeah.
Do you think it's in Kick's best interest to mention it? That would be interesting. If this was you, would you just like, would you be preparing like maybe a little bit of a pre-battle? Would you be trying to mention it at all? Or would you just be like, nah, I'm not even touching it? You wouldn't get into the situation, I'm sure, but
no, he best just turn up and rap, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Turn up and rap, bro.
Yeah, it's long, bro.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're going up to the next one then. This one's again another difficult one to call, I think. Crow versus Rebus.
Man, this is so mad. Crow's my guy and he's in Gory, so I'm going Crow all day. I do think Rebus is an animal though. I fucked with him heavy.
Of course. What are you saying, Quill?
Me, I don't wanna predict this one. I'm excited for it. I'm super excited. I'm so excited for this, but I don't wanna.
I do have a rule, right? So I let everyone have one battle that they don't predict. Okay, so you sure you want it to be this one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Scoop, what are you saying, man? Who you got?
I got See, people don't think this is ABK bias. I got Crow 2-1, bro.
I forget about all the alliances that everyone's got. You know, these predictions like are going to be a lot harder to do.
Do you know why? Because Reverse is an animal. Let's not let's not take it away from him. But I feel like Crow's got that thing right now where it's like, bro, you man really underestimate, man. Like you're really
especially like Crow's done like 10 battles and Reverse has done like 3, and everyone's like, let's go Reverse, bro. So Crow's probably like, what? Are you mad, fam? I'm not having none of it.
Yeah, no, I could see this one going either way. I think I am leaning more towards Crow because of the experience. You know, he's performed in every kind of atmosphere as well. Pits, stage, dead crowds. Like
but you
really
see Reverse, yeah? You see Reverse, the thing that draws me to him the most, yeah, is his stage presence, bro. He's had like a handful of battles, yeah? And the way he's like dictating time, it's scary, man, how confident he is already, you know?
He is pretty scary, I can't lie.
Man. It is.
Like, you can just see it. Like, when you've done this long enough, like, I knew as soon as I spoke to him and he showed me some stuff, and then I saw him battle, I was like, yeah, this guy, he's going somewhere quickly.
Yeah.
Do you think he's kind of the next? Because obviously he's jumped already from Division 2 to Division 1 after one battle on Prem. Do you know what I mean? That's massive in itself. Is he kind of?
You know what?
I was massive push.
I was close to picking him for my team, yeah. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to be the guy, Reverse. I was like, I don't want to be the guy that, like pushing him too early, innit? Like, I thought, you know, let him do his thing, innit? You know what I'm saying? And before I know it, Shotty's grabbing him, you know what I'm saying? So I think he's on the right path, man. And he's got a bright future, man.
No doubt.
Definitely, man. Trubs versus Black T, then.
Trouble Corey. Come on.
It's yeah, I get it. You can set out
West London as well, bro. Come on. Nah, you know
I've
what?
got to lean towards
Black
Trubs
T
as
knows
well,
what it is. Black T knows what it is. I love him, mate. He's like the best guy.
Again, yeah, I love Black T is the best fan ever as well. Like, do you know what? I find it so funny. I think about it quite a lot as well, actually. Watching him try not to react to Ark when he stood behind Moke when they're battling, right? Because we all know what T's like in a battle, like when he's watching, if he's neutral, whatever, or he got to stand in the front of it, he's going mental. And you can see him like always like just wanting to do something. But yeah, he doesn't. It's quite funny. If you watch that battle back, just try and notice it.
His energy is so contagious, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I do find myself leaning towards Trubs for this one, personally. Scoop, what are you saying about this one?
This battle's it's a mad one because you've got a young man who's hungry versus someone who, and I know them both very, very well, very close to both, against a man who's very, like, Trubs is very strategic, bro. He's not about to write 3 rounds that are not about to break your life down. He's very strategic in how he writes. So it's just one of those ones where I'm going to lean towards Trubs 2-1 just based on the experience and the fact that I do believe he's going to be Black T's hardest opponent so far. No ABK bias there, I can't lie. But I wouldn't be surprised if Black T won either.
I was just about to say, because he's got a bit of grievance as well, I guess, coming back, you know, after taking the loss in the win, sorry. Yeah, he took the win, right? But a lot of people are saying that it wasn't deserved and stuff like that as well. So, you know, he's got something to prove again. He's got to get a very clear win. Hopefully that doesn't play any part in judging and stuff, people taking that into account, but we'll see. Quill, I'm sure you've got something to say about this one. What are you thinking about this battle, man?
What do you say? Do you say I get to have 2 skips, yeah? 2 passes.
Hey, this guy's funny.
Now you see this one, yeah? You see this one, I see it almost like it's an older brother, younger brother thing, yeah? But it's getting to that age now where the younger brother's like, you know, he's getting a bit older now, he's getting a bit meaty, and it's like, yo, can the younger brother take me? I'm not sure. So I see it like that though.
Yeah, we're gonna find out if he's ready, innit?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna find out. So I'll give Chubbs the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if you know, it's time for Black T to say, "Yo, I'm looking after the fam now." You get me? I'm the breadwinner.
I think that's what we're all kind of saying with this one. We got a concerned fan out here. Scoop, how's the foot, man?
Bro, it's getting there, man. It's getting there. It's still sore as hell. I don't know what kind of hex Quill put on me in it, but it's just one of them ones. Just getting there. But thank you,
crutches, yeah. If you turn up in crutches, best believe I'm gonna turn up with a camera in your face, killing you, bro, all day long.
I might turn up on one just in case, but I'm not on two crutches. I'm only on one anyway.
All right.
I could perform. I'll be right. I don't need the crutches to perform. Cool.
Well, is that shots at Gem? Yeah, you taking shots at Gem there, Scoop?
I'm finished with you, bruv. Gem's injury was.
To be fair, that's what I heard as well, man. I heard that as well. You know, the only other person that I know to turn up to an event with crutches is Gem.
No, I battled someone on crutches still. I battled someone on crutches before.
Yeah, you did. Is that a dig at Gem as well? I think that was as well.
No, I just you said that there was like not many people. So. No, do you remember that Smart Alex guy back in the day? Yeah, bro. But he turned up on crutches, and I was like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And then I was like, "I'm not gonna say anything because I can't be bothered to do like a whole flip, but I'll mention one thing." So I just started the battle saying, "When I say hit, you say," and that was it. It was like the dumbest thing ever, bro. So shit.
Yunan and Mackenzie has been moved to undisclosed 8, so obviously we'll skip that, so we'll do that another time. Visual versus Smoke is the one that I am not saying who I think is going to win. This is the one that I'm not going to vote on at all.
This is going to be mad.
Take it away, guys. Take it away.
This
Glory,
is
man. I've got a back Moke. It's Glory, innit? Come on.
Of course.
Bro, the promo.
I'm not breaking down who, what, where, and why. Come on, just let them. This battle's the one I'm most excited for, low key. Though. They've been giving.
I wanted this all last year. But I knew we had to wait until this year. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. I wanted it all last year. Who we got then? Who we got?
The promo. All I'm gonna say, the promo for this has been top tier. I can't even lie. The promo for this has been absolutely top tier, bro. They have sold the life out of this battle. It's mad for me because Vigil's my guy. Moke is obviously my bro. Like Brock is like brother to me, innit? It's a very hard battle to judge. I'm not really allowed to. I'm gonna say Moke 2-1 because everyone's just. I think a lot of people writing him off. I don't really like that, but I still think Vigil is a freaking beast, he's a flipping animal. So you know what I'm saying. I only like when people get written off like that, especially when I think they're capable.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Quill, what you saying, man?
It's a close one, man. I'm leaning towards Visual, man, but I've said a couple times I've got a feeling like Moke might just like win on the day, but on camera is Visual. But I think Visual's the better battle.
I could see that happening as well. To be fair, like with that doesn't negate what Moke does either, because that means he did his job, if that makes sense. Like that's the whole point of the game. Like, if you go home later and you prefer Visual and you watch it back, sorry, them ones. Like,
yeah, man. Like I can watch the battle and be like, yo, man, Moke took that battle, but I'd be like, but I'm gonna prefer to watch Visual when I get home, like kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but but I'm gonna. If I have to place my odds, I'm going to put them on Visual.
Okay, cool. Next one then will be... I'm just saying next one as if these ain't massive battles. They deserve like a fucking intro just for me to name them up here. But we got the man himself down here, Scoop versus Up. This is the battle I never thought I'd ever see. Like, do you know what I mean? This is like a kind of an era versus era match that would have been quite cool. But yeah, what are we saying?
I don't ever judge my own battles. As a rule of thumb, I never judge my own battles.
To be fair, and Ark is he is the mob as well. So Frankie, I guess it's just me and you really did the impartial ones
Nah, this is my skip, bro. I'm not doing this one.
I thought it would be. So it's just me. So I actually think I could see Art going 2-1, just because of kind of the run that he's on and everything. But you are Scoop. Do you know what I mean? So it's the immovable object meets the force, whatever that saying is. I don't know. It's really difficult. I wish I saved my skip. But yeah,
I like that they both already rocked this room as well. Like they both know this room as well. Like 'cause it's like not a new venue, but it's like a returning venue that like was used years ago or whatever.
I like the face off as well. Obviously, everybody, if you haven't checked out the Facebook, go over to the Wiretap and check that out. It was probably the best face off stream that Trub's ever done, and it was live. Like that's mental, to be fair. So yeah, hats off to Trub.
Oh my god, yeah, I did check that. Visual was going crazy.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. The
That
fact that Moke didn't make it was just, I think
it
that
kind of
was
made it better,
having
low
a
key.
face-off.
It kind of did, yeah. I think it just
Exactly.
added to like everything that's going on.
Yeah. What's up, bandwagon man? Hope you guys good. Yeah, so I guess we'll move on. Obviously, good luck for the weekend, man. You know, it's a big battle, but that's all you do, really, isn't it? It's big battle, so it's what you do. Just go do that.
Be done, man. It's gotta be done.
And I think I've already done maybe 2 prediction streams about this battle already. So Gemini versus Koji. What are we saying? Me personally, again, I'm leaning a little bit towards Koji. I was kind of dead in the middle, kind of leaning a little bit towards Koji before, but a little bit more now after the, like, you know, obviously having to postpone it. Koji could come up with some really good material for that.
Yeah, the postponing thing's tough, man, because obviously you travelled the whole way and found out on the way, so it's definitely gonna like add to it. It's just hard to ever say that Gem won't win. It really is.
Yeah,
like at least like predicting it. Like I don't know, it's mad. OJ's so fire though. When he's on, brothers are mutant, bro.
But you got to think as well, Koji's coming off of a judge loss against Raptor, so he's got, you know, he'll have a bit in his teeth about that. He'll want.
And then that's the same thing too. That battle didn't happen, and then it did happen. That might go like a little bit when if you're Koji, you might be like, bruv, I've had this guy, like, and then I had to go do it again. You know, like you could take from him a little bit just because it's like a long wait.
Yeah. To be fair as well, Gem's very good at pulling angles out of things like from nowhere. Like that could possibly be quite a strong angle for Gem as well, because he's had obviously Real Deal, the original Raptor battle, and then Gem. Like there's something in there as well that Gem could work with. I'm sure. Who have we got taking it though? Scoop. What are you saying, man?
Am I allowed to predict this? Because I'm obviously Team Knights, isn't it? So.
Of course. Yeah. We'll leave you out of this one then. Quill. Gemini, okay. And Frank, who was you saying?
I think Quill to say it, you know. It burnt Quill to say it. Look at his face.
That's why I moved on, man. I was trying to be nice about it as well.
No, but you know what? Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
Can somebody jump on this weird Twitter space thing, right? All these little weirdos want to do these Twitter spaces, yeah. Jump on it and just about everyone come to the Smokehouse instead. And then we can do this. We're just about to get into Frankie versus Jesus Christ, Frankie versus Scoop. So yeah. Quill, sorry. You was talking then, I interrupted.
No, I'm just saying like Koji's gonna be in that one, so it's gonna be thin margins, but like Frankie said, and it's hard not to say German, so
it is. All right, cool. That's the cards then. If you haven't got tickets yet, you still can. PremierBattles.club for all those tickets, and if you are about to get there. If you can't, next best thing is Patreon/Premier Battles, all that good stuff. Get that Gorilla Mob tier, because really, what's the point of any other tier? Go hard, go home, all that jazz. So we are going to get into this now. Let me just share it all. Put us down there as well. All technical and that. Yeah, so this is Scoop versus Frankie. You guys, how was it kind of writing for each other? Because you two are both quite formidable with the pen, you know. So was you taking that into account who you were battling, kind of thing? I guess that was a silly question, but do you know what I mean? Like that you're both heavy writers.
I'm not gonna lie, we had bare time in it because we was gonna do the plug one, and then neither of us knew if we could do the date, so we ended up just agreeing to do it on the second one, and then the second one was like mad months later. So I had bare time. I'm sure he had the same. Obviously, we both got other stuff we had to do in between that, but I bundled the time. I didn't watch any of Scoop battles other than the Crash one because I hadn't seen it like properly since it had come out. I'd heard his bars, but I hadn't watched like the whole thing. But I didn't feel like I needed to watch his stuff back. I just was like, I kind of know what I want to say, and we would talk as well. Like we been knew this was gonna happen. Like.
Yeah, for years now, man. People, you should battle Frankie.
Definitely.
Might as well do
definitely.
it.
You were bound to cross paths at some point, definitely. What was it like for you then, Scoop? Was there any added pressure knowing that you was going up against, another writer, proper writer, and all that hype around it? This, like I say, this has been brewing for a couple of years, really.
No, man, I was hella excited, bro. I can't even lie. Obviously, I'd only had the one battle with Crash in like 4 years, isn't it? So it was one of those things. Frankie just come off homeschool and he's been doing his thing, and I was like, you know what? Obviously, I'm known for like punching or whatever in it, but I wanted to make sure that I really showed out in this one. Like, I wanted to make sure I really showed out. So, yeah, man, I just wrote it to the point where I was like, you know what? This is good enough now. Bang, let's go.
When that moment hits, how much of a relief is that for you guys? When that moment hits, you're like, right, that process is done.
What do you mean, like when you finish writing or when you finish the battle?
Like when you just know, you're like, right, that bit of the process is done. Like I do not need to do that anymore.
Honestly, it was mad. Like, because I had so much stuff, like just so many bars, and then it's just about telling yourself, well, that's irrelevant. Like, there's no need to use that one, and just scaling it back. When I finally put it into an order, I was like, there's a pineapple in the park near me, and I was like, I'm gonna go shout at that fucking huge pineapple thing, and that was me for like the next week. I think it was like the last week I learned it. It was quite late. Nah, maybe it was 2 weeks actually. I learned it like just about 2 weeks before.
I say it all the time. We need to sort some sort of like documentary series out where people follow you guys around whilst you're rehearsing, like, and document that. Like, I think that would be well interesting, especially
I assume
everyone's different.
People in the houses around the park. I'm assuming people have seen me in there multiple times over the last couple of years and think I'm a complete psycho, bro.
That is bad. That is. So we'll get into this then. I do like to normally say who I think wins. So Quill, I will be calling on you to do the same. You'll be calling the rounds and that.
Shut your mouth.
Hey, the only one that is going to be quiet is you.
Oh man, shut up so quick.
But this is what we're doing.
I know he doesn't want to judge this.
I'm not judging. I'm telling you now, I am not judging this. I was in the building, bro.
Huh?
I was saying I was in the building for it, bro. I know this blew my mind. Like I can't even like some battles you can't even consume it. Like it's just too it's too much, man.
Yeah, I've watched this battle about 4 or 5 times, I reckon, and
That's
there's still stuff that I
I've
pick
seen
up.
it that many times, and I was in it.
Honestly, man, I have to watch stuff a few times though. I quite enjoy watching stuff back, to be fair. But yeah, I watch battles more than I watch anything else at the moment. So yeah, I end up watching battles back a lot. But this one is, like I was just about to say, this one is one that I pick up on something like new every time as well. Like there's just layers.
Then head back to the drip like I drop. Because trust me, I've seen enough hammers. I've been inside raves where everyone's strapped. So you can't tell me about club bangers where having a 9s below par, you got to have a substandard. And you can't claim to be OG if your artillery is not standard. So you better know that I ain't letting up. If I put a price on your head, you'll die like Prop Joe.
I like it. I do. I like it. We can skip it for now, though. Everyone knows what's coming.
Free run.
I knew this was going to happen. That's why.
Yeah.
I got that premium.
Shit that I can have for free. I ain't paying for anything that I can have for free.
Yeah, I got that premium, bro. I never went back.
Let's go. Yo! Talk to me, Frank.
I got COVID at this event still.
So we gathered here today.
Yeah, bro.
Dearly beloved,
I've never had it either.
cry me a river. Tears in a bucket. If this is a plate and you thought that you was finished in phrase, then your eyes are clearly too big for your stomach. Yeah, he's simple with punches, button bashing with pride, spamming his lines, but circle and X just means access denied. He been chatting online, best hope to survive it. Poetry
I
night,
love that. I don't know.
Instagram, showing his prize, showing his live vids, trophies and prizes, just for me to go berserk and turn spoken word to shh. A moment of silence.
I was stood in between Bobby Rex and Crafty for this battle, right, on the stage, and Bobby was kind of like rehearsing for his battle, and he just kind of came in and was like, moment of silence. And he just went back to his headphones and started doing what he was doing. It was hilarious.
I think I like that in battles, like when you're in the crowd and someone, like I love doing that, just rolling past someone, being like, "You hear that one bar?" and then dip it. Sing.
Madness.
The fuck? You are someone I'd never trust, so bring the punches. I'll set him up. He's known for a special one. He told Wills he's the kind of guy to rub his phone and then follow him home for the charger. Yeah, I bet he does. Try follow me home and met the plug.
I thought I was a
spoken word.
It did not bang. I thought that was the smartest shit ever when I thought.
We was going.
By the time I said it was already flat by the time I said it.
It just, all of it made sense. Do you know what I mean? Like referencing the old bars that, you know, his bars that popped, and then bringing it back to the event and everything. It was, the perfect.
That's what made me think of it though, because I was like, I just never really remembered anyone actually having like a proper flip of that bar, and that was like the one.
Yeah, I think people normally try and like remix that bar rather than flip it.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, for real.
Do that better than him. Honestly, he's lying. See which one of us got the pen of the scholar since we're fighting, but this ain't freestyle. Sign the contract. I said I wanted this in writing. He tried to make a comeback, but it wasn't this exciting. Now his sponsorship's declining. Are you on a mission trying, but his stock just isn't rising? Because no one wants this dickhead shining when rotten England's dying because of Boris Britain prices or the politicians thriving in a cost of living crisis.
That was my spoken word.
You are?
That was my spoken word.
It was good. It was good.
The man loved doing a political thing.
But you see, like, people are like, I love it when like rappers are on a scheme and like the crowd, you can see they're just eating up every word, just waiting for their chance to react. But like you see, like Cammy, for example, in this one, he's itching to react to what you're saying. It takes you back to like Soul versus Raptor with the two hip strap like 2 made kind of stuff. Yeah, I love that kind of build-up energy. It is great.
Why is it you work on the trains, but you never connected in the city? I thought you man were quick to strike. Man, London's waiting. I mean, every setup on Punch is basic. For me, it could have been a couple pages of fucking name flips, but I've been training for months with patience because I'm one-track minded. So underground or overground, don't get ideas above your station. Earth and flowers cover graves up. In the ring, he ain't touching Fraser. Now he still needs to earn the power, like the Undertaker. It's not a major. I see him at the train barriers. He was using ethnic slurs. At least that's what I heard. He said, I fucking hate travelers.
That's so stupid.
I see him at the train barriers. He was using ethnic slurs. At least that's what I heard. He said, I fucking hate travelers. Now fuck it, you ain't bad enough and you ain't you ain't had enough. Shit, this could have happened on any league, so forget all that talk. Don't flock, Prem, NLC, Gab, sure. You should know if you've been on the trains that this would be a clear bag on every platform. I'm sure.
Is this a
London thing? I was meant to say, you bin trash, like, and then say clear bag on every platform. Didn't really make much of a difference, but look, I did forget to say that like one word.
I get it now. See, this is what I'm saying about learning stuff new every time, picking up something new in this battle, because I didn't kind of get that bar to begin with, not being from London. So I don't go to train stations a lot and shit like that, but literally like thinking about it, even in my train station in the local town, like they are white, they are see-through. That's good.
Yeah, I think there's a reason for that still, is so you can't like do terrorist stuff and shit.
Exactly.
I guess, or
Yeah,
something
exactly
like
that.
that. There was a reason
Yeah.
originally why it became that way. I don't know, but yeah, I just thought it was quite a clever way to like utilize the fact that over the time it's been since we first started saying with battle, there's been about 5 leagues it could have happened on. So just sort of touching on that and then staying with the train stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I liked it, man. I liked it. There's so much that comes into this this level of writing. Like, this is why I want to do things like this. I know it is a bit cringy for you guys. I do get that. I'd hate to be sat up here and watching stuff that I've done in the past, but like, to be able to get that insight, I think is quite cool. I think that's quite cool. But yeah.
No, if someone wants to hear it, I'm happy to be as open as possible about it. It's just, yeah, I'm happy to talk about it.
No, decent, man. Decent.
Get all that talk. Don't flop, Prem, NLC, Gab, sure. You should know if you've been on the trains that this will be a clear bag on every platform. Man, sure. It's no bargaining chip. It's a sense of care. You see, I deserve what I've earned. No expense was spared. So I bar a minute, crazy price, extra flair. But you came to die. Now the state decides, and his brain's like a sponge, so we're getting scared. So do I want extra? Yeah. When no parts of him winning, I just get his death prepared. That's why I charge them a killing, like the electric chair. Put the gloves on, leather pair, motherfucker, bunch of suckers. Not every puncher can touch the other. This a feather duster to some knuckle dusters. You could have cut the mustard. See, you know that. Get with the program, old man. Shit, he's a fucking ex-rugby player. No wonder his whole style's a throwback. And you should know that.
I like that.
This ain't a... Fuck it. I said... Fuck time.
I don't even know if I think I had like one, you know, like sometimes I end my rounds, but I purposely, like, this is insight here. I purposely do a 2-bar to end like every battle I do, like every round, sorry. So that if I remember it, it takes the sting out of what I've just said. So you can't ride that wave. I like that. And then if I do it, but if I am in the mode and I rode the wave myself kind of thing, I like throw it away. So sometimes you'll watch me, if you watch the end of a lot of my rounds, I kind of just go, nah, fuck it, I don't need it. But a lot of the time it looks like I'm like fucking up. But I know for me, I've just put that there for my own little like, yeah, if I'm with it, I'll say it. If not, I don't care kind of thing.
Okay. Is that something that you've, like from day one of being a battler, is that something that you've always done, or is that something you picked up on the way? Kind of thing?
Definitely like a good few years ago now. Like it just
was there like a certain moment that you can remember? I'm thinking like a certain battle where you've been like, shit, I shouldn't have let him be able to do that.
Oh, do you know what? It might not have even been so much that it happened to me. I think it was just something that I just noticed that like I like to end rounds on a high, like everyone I assume. But I'm like, I also don't want to give them that little bit of momentum. So if I can sort of just go and slow down for a second too, it might help. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. I don't even remember what I was supposed to say. It was probably just like a really shit name flip. Like sometimes I'll just leave the last bar to be like a name flip I couldn't do, or like a bar I didn't think I could set up, and I would just throw it out there as like a such and such time, you know.
Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if other people do that. Yeah, I'm gonna be asking people that now. Everyone will be doing it now.
I've been using Shopify for 8 or 9 years now.
Should have let this play through. I should have known there'd be an advert where she was explaining that, shouldn't I? Right, we're good.
Mate, I felt it as soon as they started shouting his name. I was like, he's about to punch my head in right now.
Do you know what is right? I think the reason why that chant worked so well is because it was organic, wasn't it? Nobody forced it in. It was just boom. Scoop,
yeah, trust.
And I loved it.
He was just ready, man. Like he said, he'd not been on Prem, and people been waiting to see him for time, bro. Like obviously he done the crash one, but still there was a lot of people that weren't at that wanted to see him battle.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, definitely. And here it is.
But since we're here at the plug, I bought plenty of dope lines. So much you'd think I'm a trafficker. Everyone says that you're there with the writers, and I'm not gonna say you're an amateur, but if your pen's so sharp, how come you're not considered so caliber? Wait, let's go. got no personality until you're in front of a camera. You struggle to be yourself and get pissed on trying to fit in like a catheter. Everyone says that Frank's on a run. I don't care about testing your stamina, but I am going to get on your nerves and bring back pain like sciatica. Wait, because you ain't going to take me for no fool. And just by using logic, I can see that you don't have the pro tools. And the fact you're socially awkward is why you did well with homeschool. I watched you die.
That was a great angle to take there. That's
such a clean way of flipping that. Like, it's such a clean way of flipping that still.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Because you ain't going to take me for no fool. And just by using logic, I can see that you don't have the pro tools. And the fact you're socially awkward is why you did well with homeschool. I watched you die.
There they are.
I watched you die against Rivers. So if we're talking talent, don't say this man's in his own pool, because if you do, that's fully false. If bro had the X Factor, he'd be out here making bands like Louis Walsh, but I heard you're a ghostwriter. See, I'm not really challenging that. Because the truth is, we're in the same boat, but I'm actually patterning stacks. You don't know how to market your brand. So you might be a talented cat, but everyone blatantly sees you're blowing the bag like a panic attack. So
I do have one question about that, Scoop. You say that you're in the same position. Who are you ghostwriting for?
I can't obviously say that.
The ADK way, right? Nah, I'm joking. Jokes.
No one is that.
I wouldn't. That was a joke. I promise you.
That's cool.
But hey,
come on, bro.
who knows?
Stacks. You don't know how to market your brand. So you might be a talented cat, but everyone blatantly sees you're blowing the bag like a panic attack. So you don't try to say that we're equal. Because if we're talking substance, mine wouldn't be classed as legal. Your substance is like cling film, because all of your raps are see-through. And the way you blocked your own cheese, you might as well work for Cathedral. Because if we're
yeah, I did say it as well. I actually called him a fucking idiot. Just under my breath, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Because I knew they would pass for that as well. Like as soon as I heard it, there's this moment of like, they're about to wild out at this bar, and he knows that he's just being silly as well.
The way you blocked your own cheese, you might as well work for Cathedral. Because if we're when we're talking top tier, you don't really fit the description. You still give us that midfield, but don't want to play your position. All you did was learn to project more. You haven't completed the mission. So I'm not going to change my verdict because you now want to give us conviction. If I'm just listening, you see battle rap ain't like pulling teeth. But allow me to give you some wisdom. Never refer to yourself as the GOAT if we can all see what's missing. Because like having one control pad, where you'll know that you're playing the system. And you best come to a realization.
No word of a lie, yeah. That's the third battler that said pulling teeth to me in a battle. And I find little things like that mad. Just like, just a very random thing that just like pops up again, even though they're not connected to each other. It's not really that relevant, but yeah.
To be fair though, on a more like subconscious level, I guess, right? Could it be because it would be like pulling teeth trying to write for you, I think. Like you
I think it's not. I think before people have used it because of Frankie Phraser, like the gangster thing, like the torture stuff. I think that was where like originally someone first said it. But I just think Scoop was just using it as like a setup there still.
No, definitely.
But yeah, it's just mad. I just noticed that like there's been like 3 times or something that I've heard like, and they're not even connected. But yeah, it's just mad to me.
What's missing? Because like having one control pad, where you'll know that you're playing the system, and you best come to a realization. And you best come to a realization. You can't say you're doper than me if you ain't turn raps into monetization. And that's why you don't see elevation. Because I rap to excel, you rap to preserve like mummification. So you better start acting right. So you better start acting right. Because if you're the GOAT, I'm a god, and a GOAT to a god is a sacrifice, and you.
That room, yeah, being in that room when that popped, that was good. That was good. Was you expecting that much?
I didn't know Frank had a bar like that before me.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna do it on the way. Yeah, no, I've said that. I've said that to Craft D, pretty much similar, but yeah, never with the same energy and conviction. And he built it like the way he built it to a crescendo was like hard, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That room was nuts, bro. When I heard that, I was like, okay, all right, I've got to really go mad now. Like, that wasn't enough, you know, like as in like I thought my first was going off, and then I was like, I've got to get the crowd on my side again now. Like that was where it turned, you know. I think it was quite level at that point, and then he said that, and I was like, I've got to get this back now. I've got to turn this around.
No, definitely. We'll just see this will be towards the end of your first round, I think, and it's Scoop. That's what I mean about T, like you could just hear it right. I love it. What did Rawls say to you then? Do you remember?
If I remember rightly, I think he said something like rebuttal it, yeah. Something like that, or do a flip or something. Which is always so funny, because like I was like, what's he telling me here? Like I don't know.
Yeah, and if anything, that's just gonna distract you from what you're trying to think about.
It was so fun. It was so funny because I had that little internal like, all right, cheers for telling me what we're doing right now. Honestly, it's like going it's like going 1-1 in a football match, and like someone leaning in like you got to score. All right, cool. Thanks for letting me know.
So you better start acting right. Because if you're the GOAT, I'm a god, and a GOAT to a god is a sacrifice. And you not even an op to me, but thinking you got this shit in the bag is why you're taking a loss to me, and that's it, bro. You said you was zapping stock like cattle prod, and I can't lie, that was sick, bro. But since we're talking stock, yours is gonna drop quicker than crypto, fam. Just you see, the truth is I still black in this field, so you can't ever say that I'm cotton soft. You see, I'm the type to find out what he works and then make sure that our office blocked. Fam, I got hitters on standby, so just know that if this goes past words, you'll see a shutdown like I'm logging off. And you may not like how I'm coming off, but just like jaywalking, fam, I don't give a damn how I come across. If this right here is a king to a pauper, I'll never see you as the GOAT. Just a lamb being led to the slaughter. And for the fact you're a talker, you're getting no love like Summer Walker. So your chances of winning, Whitney Houston. I'm talking dead in the water.
It's me.
I like Whitney.
You're like Battle Rap's version of Dizzy Rascal. Because we like you better as the boy in the corner.
You see like that, yeah. You see like that. That's similar, even though it was the same rhyme scheme, where he could have ended it like 2 bars back, but it was just that bit where you kind of just go, and there you go. You sort of just
level it back out
of it, a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit, just in case I did flip it or something, and then I've got the momentum that he just had like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I feel like Scoop takes that round. But
I felt like on the day I felt like I thought I was one.
Take a loss to me, but we need to stop this now. All right, take a loss to me, bars. They're like the new defeat bars, it seems. I've heard like 4 in the past 6 months, I swear. So yeah, that would be the only kind of critic. But yeah, you know, you two are at the level that you're at for a reason. I don't need to be critiquing anything you two are doing. But for me, personal preference, I think Scoop had more moments in that round. But yeah, we'll get into the second round. How was you feeling going into the second, Frankie? You kind of touched on it a second ago.
Yeah, no, I felt like I had to fight back. Real talk. It wasn't so much about like what you were saying, because like I kind of I don't know how to explain it, but like I knew almost how he was gonna sound to me in person. It was more how everyone else was taking to it, if that makes sense. Where I was just okay, that was going off. I need to get that back now. It wasn't so much what he was saying in my head. It was more, I've got to get that off him.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Like some capture the flag shit. Like he had the flag at that point, and I was just like, oh, I've got to take it. I've got to take that.
Have you ever had, both of you, I guess, for this as well, have you ever had moments in battles where you've been like, shit, that round was the strongest, but my strongest is in the third, I need to move that? And have you ever been in that situation where you've swapped rounds around?
No, never.
As
I've thought about it in like hindsight and stuff, you know, like where you're like, oh, imagine if I'd have said that there instead of there, I'd have been 2-0 up or something. No.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get into round 2.
It's a good enough day to love.
Honestly, I need to learn, don't I? I'm sorry, guys. All right, like I said, I ain't paying for something that I get for free. It's just not going to happen. I usually do. I usually will download the videos and then play them just through a video file instead, because it's better on my computer. But yeah. Whilst we're waiting, though, don't forget, award-winning. Welcome to the Smokehouse, guys. I always forget to mention this, but I should big it up every time. Make sure everyone's getting ready for the awards ceremony this year as well. It's only going to be bigger and better. Let's get back.
They say that Frankie's nice, he's a geezer. They say he's too friendly. But notice no one antagonizes me either. See, he's going to talk about how my life should work. Going to tell me that the style.
See, this whole opening section, I wasn't going to use. I wasn't going to use this first, like 20 seconds. Because it felt like a risk where no one else would care. But it was just defensive writing. It was just in my head, I was like, if he does a lot of that sort of, you're not this, you're not that, if I've got something for it, it might at least take what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Just put it back a little bit to get all of that.
Yo! They say that Frankie's nice, he's a geezer. They say he's too friendly. But notice no one antagonizes me either. See, he's going to talk about how my life should work. Going to tell me that the style Frank created is from a wild imagination. Tell me I don't understand things because I'm nice at first. Tell me I'm a nerd. Man, I like it because I grew up around violence, cursing. I've moved on from those things. You see, now I have curbed. Like I weren't in a house, whole room full of gear. Watch the family lie in church. Like I weren't getting told, don't touch that shoebox that smells like fireworks. Pussy, try your worst. That Scoop, is it? Then that Scoop, is it? Then I'll put you front page. This is bad news. Listen, see the Warriors come out. Say, can you dig it? Yeah, I'm the salt of the earth because I can catch you slipping. What?
That's nice.
Frank's new mission is to bring light to the facts. In every battle he says I'm from a place where, and I know guys who. And every poem he says I'm from a place where, and I know guys who. Because he tell me what place where. Tell me what guys who.
Hey, I will say this then, yeah. If I just add a little bit to this round, is that I never knew that, like, as in I knew what I was doing when I was writing it that way. Like it was layered to come back to it later. But I never realized I could get the crowd to actually like follow the theme the whole way. That was so when you notice, like whenever it does come full circle a bit later in the round, there is like a genuine like, oh shit, like that works kind of thing, which is very satisfying. Very satisfying.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the whole point of like knowing your audience, I guess, right? Like making that so palatable that it was like it was coming from our own mouths. Do you know what I mean? That sounds weird to say out loud.
No, but that's the thing
what I mean.
as well. I mean, I told my brother a couple times before, I can't remember what bar it was. There's a bar where I'm like, I'm going to get them to basically say it for me. And then when we watched it back the first time, like it came out, he was like, oh shit, like they actually did say the bar with you kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, I knew, I kind of felt it, you know, like I can't remember what bar it was now. I'm sure I will when I hear it, but yeah.
No, definitely. Keep doing that, trying to use the keyboard.
My place where,
shortcuts, but I'm not.
and I know guys who. And every poem he says I'm from a place where, and I know guys who. But see, tell me what place where. Tell me what guys who. It's nice you was on Sky Arts, but now here's Sky News with the inside scoop.
That was fire.
It's nice you was on Sky Arts, but now here's Sky News with the inside scoop. Yeah.
You should have taken that all the way back to the start of that round.
I know, yeah, it's mad, bro. I didn't expect it. Like, the way they reacted was so all over the shop. It kind of threw me off a little bit. So I was just like, I was lucky I got it said the way I did, where it actually still came out quite clear. So
Yeah.
I was like, no, if I say this again, and I'm terrible for running bars back, man. People tell me that all the time. They're like, you should have just gone back, and I don't do it enough. I don't do it enough.
No, definitely, man. It's something like me personally as a fan, anyway, and I'm pretty sure other people would agree. Like, that is something that fans want. That definitely is, like, to be able to have that kind of interaction within the performance and be able to join in. I guess, you know, to feel like they're there on the stage with you. Yeah, definitely. Definitely try and get a bit more running back into it.
Let's go. See Doom, if you flip my mood, fuck it. I'm saying he was on. It was nice shit. Yeah, fucking. See Doom, if you flip my mood.
That's where you can tell they
shit.
fucked me up a bit, innit? Like, where the reaction I got was from a place where I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, all right, now I need to find a way to sort of get to this next bar. But yeah, I did have it in two minds whether I was gonna run it back or what. And there was like meant to be like one more line before the bar I say, and I just had to jump over it because I was like, oh, I've stalled for like 2 seconds now. I need to get past it. But yeah.
Okay.
It was all good just a week ago, cause he was on BT Sport. But the next time he's gonna have to talk for a Ouija board. I keep it sweet. You would have saw a cunt that leaves a message after the tone. He'd be spitting balls on the phone before you've even answered hello. You're at me. Oh, here he goes. I'm wishing that the line disconnects. Like, no, it's probably mine, mate. Try it again. And there he is on the other side. Like, look, I'm from a place where if the guys are fuck that. I'm gonna show him how to punch. So you cover every angle from the bottom to top. There is power in these punches. I am strong as an ox. I'm talking hands of stone, solid as rock. And you can get this work for free like a voluntary job. I'm talking hit after hit like top of the pops. See, I learned from my defeats. So you thinking you can win this? It's an obvious loss. Cause we turn R's to W's like Jonathan Ross.
The way
I definitely fought back. I felt like by that point, I was like, yeah, he's got to fight it off me now, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. But the way that you seamlessly kind of go through being a prat, basically, into like real bars, into being a prat again, like, I remember watching it and I just felt it then, like, I'm smiling and laughing and I'm screw facing, I'm just putting like this kind of face the whole way through. But that's because you literally, there's no like definitive mark of where this bit's ending and this bit's starting, you know, and that's
I think that's one thing. I get called like a good writer or whatever, and I do enjoy the praise, and I do understand like that I've got a certain level of writing, but I think that's the stuff that would go unnoticed as writing, is the positioning of things.
Yeah, and I guess it's almost like a completely different attribute of structuring. Like, writing is one thing, but then structuring that writing is a completely different thing. So I guess that's probably that's where it is in the structuring of it.
And you're always learning, like, as you can see, like, there's stuff that will mess me up that I'm like, I shouldn't have placed that there, like, and vice versa. There's things where I'm like, glad I put that there instead of saving it for the fucking next round because it wouldn't have hit or whatever.
No, definitely.
Tell me what's in the box. Get his head cut. This ain't about who's stupid or clever. It's about how my team are used to the pressure. You see, we move as a unit, because unit is better. And in times of crisis, We do things together like a community centre. Man, I'm losing it, fella. I'm losing it, fella. Can I say he the father figure to all the so-called punchers walking in the scene? What shocks? Nah, all the nitty B magic. Of course, you kidding me? I've never been fathered. I am too real. I put the orphan in authenticity. Listen, see? Come on, Frankie, man. It's all like a hard person, but it's all a facade working. He said, click like Swahilian. Cut his throat, have him sounding like he's speaking Arabic. I watched the boy butcher an accent like Carl Urban, and you still do. Cause dialect been bodying Scoop like Neil 2, kill who? I've been to Canada with legends like Ellipsis and Sketch Menace. Probably on telly lately. What, spitting with Les Dennis?
So I tried to think of like the most obscure, meaningless person, but someone that people would still kind of know who was the person. It's hard to say, oh, you was with celebrities of just, so you have to find that way of making that funny. Like, it just sounds cool otherwise, you know. Although to be honest, if you did something with Les Dennis, that'd be kind of fire, bro. I'd just like old school shit, bro.
Definitely still watch it.
Canada with legends like Ellipsis and Sketch Menace. Yeah, he was probably on telly lately. What, spitting with Les Dennis? If I say you butcher accents, it's because it's something that needed to get mentioned. There is a sign language isn't your strong suit, and now he's reading a death sentence. What?
That's so much.
10 seconds to beat the count. What did he learn? That I've been in the game so long, I could be selling novelty merch. I've really been there, done that, got the t-shirt, fuck it, movie bars.
That was the bit, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. That was
the bit.
Sorry,
you can tell your body language says it all. I can tell through that. You know what's coming.
10 seconds to beat the count. What did he learn? That I've been in the game so long, I could be selling novelty merch. I've really been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, fuck it, movie bars, yeah, I got for these nerds. It's a long critique verse on how I made watching screens work, like Roger E. Burke. He's the worst.
Just another quick one before this round ends is that I try to limit the obscurity that I like between things that are more obvious. So my brother was like, "Oh, you should have ended the bar with the novelty merch stuff," but I was like, "Nah." Like, I'm going to get them to say it with me so that when this bit doesn't land, I don't care because I got to say it and I'm moving on to the next part anyway.
Yeah, and you've left them up there still.
Right, exactly.
I let it all go to his head like a cannabis user. But you've never been a gangster, son, like Anthony Jr. Can't turn back time. This ain't Back to the Future. So who here thinks this act is a shooter? Nope. Get out. Daniel Kaluuya. What?
Oh, what? I am going to have to get it, and I will. Or go back to downloading these videos. I like to give the friend the view of watching it again, though, you know.
Before this mark get the Jake like Matter and Luna, I should have battered him before. What? Before this mark get the Jake like Matter and Luna, I should have battered him sooner. Try me, I never quit. I'm fighting with everything. Make a beeline for me, because I am the best equipped. After crash, he thought he had tunnel vision. Too bad there is no light at the end of it. That one flow sounds the same as it goes.
Momentum, bro.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and that's such a. I've not heard that before. Like, so the whole, you know, no light at the end of the tunnel. I've not heard that before. That was quite unique. I like that.
Because I am the best equipped. After crash, he thought he had tunnel vision. Too bad there is no light at the end of it. That one flow sounds the same as it goes down the drain. He must hate all of you. He turns up with the same flow, same cadence, and same boring punch, using newborn style, bottle feeding you that same formula. Come on, man.
Very strong round.
See, I've been through a whole lot of shit this year. But it's all good because I've had worse. I was raised in a hood. So I've been through shit that was adverse, and just like a British dinner, I was using the bangers to mash words. So don't fuck with me, Frank, because I'll have the gorillas in your house beating the drums like a Cadbury's advert. So just know So just know you can end up in a pine box. I know guys that will rob you, find out you got expensive clothes, and then head back for the drip like eye drops. Because trust me,
I was saying, like, obviously people don't try and rebuttal that bar, they try and remix it, right? But that's the way that it's done. Do you know what I mean? Like, there has been a couple of people that have remixed that now. None of them are better than the two that you have done now, Scoop.
Oh, for real.
Was you thinking that was gonna go off?
I knew that, like, not even being big-headed, I knew that was gonna go off. I knew just because of the way I wrote it. The way I wrote it was just, when I wrote it, I was like, yeah, I like this bar. I like this one.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that bit again as well.
Let's go, keep going.
So just know you can end up in a pine box. I know guys that will rob you, find out you got expensive clothes, and then head back for the drip like eye drops. Because trust me,
What? Come on. Go back.
I know guys that will rob you, find out you got expensive clothes, and then head back for the drip like eye drops. Because trust me, I've seen enough hammers. I've been inside raves where everyone's strapped. So you can't tell me about club bangers where having a 9 is below par. You got to have a substandard. And you can't claim to be OG if your artillery's bog standard. So you better know that I ain't letting up. If I put a price on your head, you'll die like Prop Joe because I'm using cheese to set him up. And you're gonna die so clearly because you're a yes man like Jim Carrey. And if we're talking pens, I don't really find yours too scary because like a restraining order, on paper, you can't come near me. So I'm not gonna say that. So I'm not gonna say that you ain't sharp because you got intricate writing, but a lot of your punches ain't hard. So I'm not saying that you don't barcode, but just like a barcode, all of your lines go under the radar. So go ahead.
I think that was the one my brother liked.
So go ahead.
The radar box.
Yeah, I think that was the one that I remember him being like, that's fire as fuck.
Yeah. I think it was against the perfect person as well. That bar was very tailored for you because it was like for you, like obviously everyone, you kind of did go in the radar first coming into it, but you had like a buzz about you as well. It was a bit strange. It was a bit underrated, but everyone wanted to see what you was doing.
So I'm not gonna say that you ain't sharp because you got intricate writing, but a lot of your punches ain't hard. So I'm not saying that you don't barcode, but just like a barcode, all of your lines go under the radar. So go ahead. So go ahead, believe you're the guy. Because I came here to give you your flowers, but the minute you run your mouth, those 2 lips gonna be the reason you die. So I wouldn't advise that you act bold, because I'll catch you when you're Jack Jones, fam. I'll put a stick to his head, and the last thing he's gonna hear is me lighting him up like a gas stove, and that's why I
Let's go.
And that's why taking me out gonna fail, because Lord knows if you bucket and miss, it's not gonna go down well. I've never been caught because I don't leave evidence. Lord knows I ain't trying to go jail. I was taught don't panic, just breathe. And leave nothing the boys in the blue can trail. But you wanna know
I know you love these moments. Everyone's just like, yeah, you go.
And leave nothing the boys in the blue can trail. You wanna know something cool? If I put it out, you'll see something full. There's too many times I've seen red because I don't have time for the bull. But you remind me of bowel cancer because I guarantee you'll see blood and stool. But no, not me. I'm a war vet. In beef, call me Deliveroo. I can have 5 guys on your doorstep, and I'm not jumping.
Keep going.
I said, not me, I'm a war vet. In beef, call me Deliveroo. I can have 5 guys on your doorstep. And I'm not jumping the gun, but you taking this was a full step because you got so much drive in a scene that don't see you as a Corvette, but see me. But see me, I was raised on cold love. Fam, I know guys that are callous out here gripping the weight with no gloves, so don't think you're next to get through. With these teeth, you're next to get chewed. You might as well call it a rap because I'm known for heaters like Mexican food. So I'm not gonna say. Telling you, bro.
What was that then? What was that little conversation?
I think I was telling him that he was right, because it was like he said this battle was gonna go off, and I was just saying, I think I was just saying like, yeah, you fucking called it or something along them lines.
Yeah.
Because we were so far into it by then, you kind of just knew there was no way this was gonna take a nosedive. Like it could, I'm sure we could have fucked up, but it just felt like the momentum was so with us, and yeah. I was just like, yeah, you knew. I don't know what I said exactly, but it was something along the lines of that.
That's awesome. I love that. I think even if, like you say, even if you both were to shit the bed in this third round, people would still be talking about the first and second rounds. Like,
on some, like, not that I'm saying it's that good, but you know, like with Rum and Twerk, where like, bruv, I don't even remember their third rounds anymore, but their first two were so crazy. They're so crazy.
Sorry about that pause though, Scoop. That's not doing you justice there, but we'll get past that.
So I'm not gonna say I'm a gangster, but you couldn't question, man. I can have a man ironed out for his watch. I mean, literally pressed for time. And I know.
Let's go! Keep going. Crazy.
That reminds me.
I'm not gonna say I'm a gangster.
Mad Flex had a bar. It's the same punchline, but a different sound. So it's a different bar. But he said something like, "Your phone's home button. I'm pressed for time." You know, like you're just constantly like pressing just to check the time. It's like a similar bar, but different way of going at it.
I like that.
But you couldn't question, man. I can have a man ironed out for his watch. I mean, literally press for time. And I know you're probably thinking, how come I don't get the shine? Fam, it has been 5 years since Code Red, and you're still not next in line. And that's.
I'm surprised no one had ever done that bar before.
That was a good ender as well. That was.
There's a sick closer.
I feel like I'm leaning a little bit more towards Frankie's material in that second. There was a couple of things in there, like the if you buck it, go down well. I feel like I've heard before. Apart from that though, that was a really good round from both of you. I think that was probably strongest round and most competitive round.
I think it was the most competitive round, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't argue anyone giving it to Scoop either, like at all. But yeah,
I was nominated round of the year for that round, lads. Okay, so let's not forget that.
That's what I mean. You know, it was a phenomenal round against a great.
I wish I'd won that. I would have ran that into the ground, bro. If I'd have won that.
I think that's the one. That's the one that me and Tom got to announce actually. The winner.
Oh, so announce it.
Yeah, we got to announce that one. That would have been cool. But yeah, let's get into this third.
Slice, toast, melt. 4 tempting goals.
You think I would have learned by now? Every round is going to do this. You know, that's just it makes sense to do that, doesn't it? Sorry, everyone.
Down. I said, right fucking there. I will let you drop. Man said he works for Deliveroo. Man, I'll send you shop. Are you mad, bro?
You can tell I don't do flips up because I'm.
Listen up, Sumo Surf.
I'm so sorry. Like, you know, it happens. I have to do it.
The whole point I was trying to make is I wasn't trying to do them bars like at all. Like that, everyone does them, and I'm trying to be the clever cunt that goes the other way with it. So I was like, but then I thought of it. I was like, it's just too funny not to do a couple, just to sort of not take myself that seriously, you know.
No, definitely, it's got to be done.
I like that.
I didn't want to do it.
Look, basically, like Frost told me I should do more jokes, and I was like, I don't know about that. But like, all right, then I'm a giant with it. V5 thumb, all you sweet like rum. Now these fat jokes to me are dumb, but let me try one. Boy, you so fat. When he opens the fridge, he lights up.
Let's go,
Oh shit, I got one of them years.
See what I thought he'd done
Yeah.
it's because in every fucking angle he's got is like fast food from any desired chain. Because he don't give it any thought. He just accepted it and then he cooked something quick like pressing the microwave. As long as you all understand his references right away, then it met the desired taste. But fuck it, sometimes I forget how much effort a diet takes. With so much low-hanging fruit, you should be getting your 5 a day. Look. Life is strange.
That was really well done.
If you had a wife,
I feel like bare people thought that was like another like a fat bar, and I remember being like, "Yo, it wasn't. It actually was me thinking I was double clever."
Yeah, no, definitely.
You should be getting your 5 a day. Look. Life is strange. Life is strange. Because if you had a wife and kids and a second missus on the side of it, I still don't believe you could find the clip with a fucking light in it. What else? With fucking time to think. I'm saying you could have burner's watch. I'm talking a mining kit, divining sticks. You could have a gynecologist signing off on it to license it. You could have 2 women showing you where they hiding it from behind the lips. They say it's just under the hood. And they say, "What hood you from, you fucking lying bitch?"
It's by far the funniest thing I've ever done in anything.
Was you expecting that?
I remember when, not like that. No. When I thought of it, I think I sent it to. I think probably my brother and Shuffle, because we got the rhyme chat for the books in it, like the advanced dictionaries and that. So I think I sent it to them like as a. I'll never say this. It's just quite a funny thing to say, and then like. The more I thought about it, the more I was like adding stupid bits to the list, and then I was just all right, cool. And then I threw it in, and I was like, if I have too much material, I won't use it. And then I thought of the hood bit, because I didn't have the hood bit originally, and then I was like, oh shit, no, I've got to say this now. It's just it's like creating a fucking world of its own. And also, I just didn't think people expected it from me either, because I know I do some jokes, but I don't do like a whole bit like that's like.
Has it made you want to do more like?
Without a shadow of a doubt, honestly, I did some jokes against Bobby that went so mad that I'm like, bruv, I might actually have to like just always do this now. I've always wanted to do jokes, but I painted myself a bit into a corner with the bars stuff, and then I felt like that's what people wanted from me. But I feel like I've been here long enough now where I'm just gonna do what I want to do. So if I do like a whole round of jokes, then so be it, innit?
Well, hey, it's working, right? It's working. People are reacting. That's what you need. That's it.
I just feel like it's something that I could show anyone. You know, like as soon as when I got that crowd reaction, I said to myself, I'm gonna make a TikTok of this, and I don't even really use TikTok, but I was like, I'm gonna make a like clip of that.
Yeah, definitely. Is that something that plays? Do you guys think about that sort of thing when you're writing, like, this bit is definitely the bit that Prem's gonna want to clip for this battle? Do you know what I mean? Like those sort of things.
No, not really. More so, just I hope that I can say certain things that like everyone could understand if they walked into the room.
Yeah.
You know. And then after the fact, it's like, all right, cool. Kind of like everyone would know what that means, so I could post that kind of thing.
All right, yeah, cool.
He tried it with Shotty Horroh, and now he's on his league getting sacrificed on his honor. I mean, shit, he's gonna call me a cockney plonker like Rodney Trotter, but I bet you bottom dollar that every one of his Facebook posts are, hey ladies, fellas, like pop your collar. What a dumb prick. I mean, the shit that comes up on Insta. I mean, shit, you got a poetry cow to worry about, mate. You might get cancelled in a month on Twitter because you've been asking more questionable statements than a fucking Riddler. I'm disappointed. Like what you said.
Do you know what you just said then? Like, these are kind of silly bits, but because everyone was expecting this to be such a bar-heavy, like proper dense writing throughout the whole thing, you know, because of what you two are normally doing, this was probably actually quite a good offensive move. Like, you know, you're switching to southpaw kind of thing in this moment.
it's
I
mad.
actually think it paid off more than you think.
Definitely.
I think
I'm glad.
broke it down.
I think what happened is I have a part of my third that I think's like a bit like I don't like doing like talk to them kind of rounds. I kind of find that not my style at all. Because I had to say them in the same order instead of filtering them through each round. I was like, it's just gonna be too heavy. I was like, I need to go into it where like I haven't done a whole round of like talking to them. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to put all like this funny shit into like one bit. And then it ended up being like where I've got like almost like a 60% joke round and then 40% like talk to them.
Yeah, I think it works in your favor in this battle, definitely. I think against other opponents, it might have, you know, they might be in a position to be able to kind of counteract that bit. But yeah, I think it definitely paid off in this battle.
I mean, shit, you got a poetry tale to worry about, mate. You might get cancelled in a month on Twitter because you've been asking more questionable statements than a fucking Riddler. I'm disappointed. Like what he said a few months back. I mean, who does that? I mean, I don't remember what he said. I just assume you look like an incel weapon. That's a toothbrush shank.
Even when you're being serious, that good.
I didn't expect people to think that to be that fire though.
Yeah. I'll use it against him. I'll shiv him. Come take a visit to the yard. See, everything you say is a projection that this is who you are. So insecure. I mean, it's a huge facade, but you're pretending you're someone else, and it still mirrors through your bars, like how a prisoner views the guards. Let's go, Frank. Right now, Frank.
That's something that everybody at home, when they're watching this back, would be like, oh shit, that room should have erupted. But I think there was a little bit too much information.
Yeah,
you know
probably.
What I mean? Like when,
no doubt.
When someone, it's like almost like jargon, I think is the word. Like when you get so like a bit of an overload. And I think in the room, that's what that was, I think.
No doubt. No, I definitely, it's again, like I said before, like sometimes you say things like placement, that I had to put it next to the toothbrush shank bit because it was a prison bit.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, it was like quite, even though they were similar themes, it was quite a jump from one bit to the other.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was still good though.
I genuinely think right now that your future's scarred because I care about what you do for art. So it's the only time I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Fucking, there's something you need to get over. It's this pride. See, he's vocal with his lies, the chauvinist pig type. I'm in disbelief in his beliefs because we're older and think wise. Everyone in battle rap attacks him the same. They go, oh, look at his size. My opponent's a big guy, so I'll roast him a bit. Like, no, I'm a flip mine. Couldn't give a fuck if you was overweight, Scoop, when you still need to show some growth on the inside. What? Stop showing him it's right. Fucking stupid, isn't it? Every day on fucking Instagram, viewing the whole world through his fingertips. I mean, it's oxymoronic to drive traffic to his useless little vids, be influencing the kids. And that's why I'll call him Andrew Tate for your views. It's simple shit. No wonder you's a poet. You keep doing this for clicks. Let's go, Frank. Okay, let's go, Frank. Imagine this look. Didn't know Frank was this good, but I'm a fan of his because the second he drops a punchline, I'm snapping fingers. Man can witness. That's crazy. No, man can witness. There's a writer with one style, you are underachieving. Not every line needs to be a simile. Substance is needed. He's always punching and scheming. Punching and scheming. See, I used to do that too. And I switched it up for a reason. Because now you only speak in metaphor. Whereas my words have double the meaning. Jesus. Let's go, right? I can take any girl you've ever had. Just try and stop me.
Bookend. There you go. That's the
last
bookend
one,
right there.
Ass had me suicidal.
Jokes at the end.
I'm hung like a donkey. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do about it? I see him try.
What did Jen say then?
Good thing I'm hung like a donkey. What's he gonna do?
And that's why it's
What's he gonna do about it?
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's like what?
I see him try. I see him try and mac.
To be fair though, in this screenshot now, she's the only one that should have been shouting that, right? Well, not only should be, sorry, but the one that you would expect to be shouting that. Sorry, that's what I meant. Expect, not should. My bad.
And abroad, he said, "Meet me and let's mingle." See if the sense tingles. I know I'm from a place where she said nah. I'd rather sleep with a sex symbol. And now boy's so lonely, even his bed single. Fuck it. Bed single. I cut him down to size and deconstruct you. Leaking blood. Crime scene is doubled. They scour the area down to the teeth and muscles. He gets blown to bit. They can't find Scoop. We're gonna need a shovel. What's good? I'll burst your bubble. Cause this is where the story changed. Now it's where I changed the story. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. I'ma make it gory. Now you couldn't walk a mile in my shoes, and I'm wearing Jason Voorhees. Let's get it.
It's quite funny. I was Quill was not here anymore, but I remember when I had the shovel bar. He'd not long. I swear earlier in the year he'd done that whole had the shovel thing in a battle. And I was gonna be like, hey, Quill, we're gonna need a shovel or something like that. But it would have been too dumb to just wrap in case he weren't there. Not, you know what I mean? It would have been irrelevant to use him, but yeah.
In jokes. That's what we
You
love.
are literally facing a nightmare. To beat me, you've got to be dreaming. Now you see this battle between us, it's like a house that isn't completed. Because if we're talking potential, you do have a solid foundation. But you're now facing a guy that don't have a ceiling. I mean, it's pitiful.
Come on.
I mean, it's pitiful what you consider achievement. You being top tier is a far cry. And when you end up in a box, those tears are going to turn into ones of bereavement because you've been faithful to battle rap, but still feel like you've been cheated. And the reason it ain't no secret is because you act like a bird every time that you tweet shit, fam. Just deep it. And don't try to say that you're puzzled because you've had a few good battles, but like a menage a trois, it's evident that you still fucked a couple. Plus, you never.
Let's go.
Like a menage a trois, it's evident that you still fucked a couple. Plus, you never beat none of the top tiers. I don't care if that burst your bubble. Fam, you were like that restaurant uptown. All you do is duck and waffle. So just know when it...
Come on. Let's go, Scoop. Let's go.
So just know when it comes to the test, you got a style that I've come to the test and I don't need probable cause or evidence to see that that shit warrants arrest. And yeah, man does poetry now. I'm not going to say that's false. In 4 years, headline 22 shows. Been on Sky and BT Sports. Last year, man got posted on Link Up. I've really been opening doors.
Yeah.
You have never been part of a show that beat Anton Deck for a BAFTA award. So you
How good was it writing all of that down, Scoop? Like I'd be hyped as fuck writing all of that down because shit, that was me.
You know what it was, yeah? When I was writing my third, like, Rivers, obviously, because obviously Rivers is my brother, and Rivers is like, bro, you've done a lot since you haven't battled, you know, you need to talk about it. Like, you've done a shitload, like, you're not just coming back to battle rap off the back that you just haven't battled for a long time.
Yeah, like you ain't done it, yeah. Bro.
And every single battle rap fan, I can guarantee you, because we are fickle, we are a fickle bunch, will be thinking, yeah, he's just been sat around doing nothing, he's not been rapping, he's not been writing.
He's on the couch, you know what? It's like, he's on the couch, bro.
He's going to have ring rush, you know, all this sort of stuff. And yeah, I probably even had those thoughts.
Hey, look at Dan though, bro. Dan's so excited for you. Dan's like, yeah, well done, Scoop, bro.
I know it.
Like he did it or something. Like talk to him.
It all started Code Red. That was it. That was what blew you up, apparently.
Yeah, he definitely taking that as a personal achievement, bro. Look at him, the stoner.
He's just about to be like, yeah, my guy.
So you don't have any major claims apart from the fact you're married to the scene and still haven't made a name. You've literally locked yourself in a box. You've literally locked yourself in a box and ended up starving worse than David Blaine. And it's mad how battle
crazy.
And it's mad how battle rap's taking its toll, and you still haven't paved the lane. And that right there, and that right there, and that right there, major pain. Yeah? And that right there, major pain. Like a boot camp run by Damon Wayans. You don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to play the game. So most of the time you fold and think it will fly like a paper. Okay, look, you're under. Say, look, you're underachieving is blatant. And you're literally 10 years deep and don't live up to expectations. Plus, you try so hard to be rated that you end up getting berated. I mean, let's face it. P, that's what made you a favorite. Top tier, fam, you are literally makeshift. And if you don't think that it's true, fam, have a look on everyone's faces. And if we're talking talent, you can't say that mine's been wasted. So the fact that I'm always putting out fire could never be a blanket statement, fam. I said the fact that I'm always putting out fire could never be a blanket statement, fam. I am dead nice. And the reason I generate ticket sales is because I make the event right. My life is a double.
Just context, if anyone hasn't bought tickets, Eventbrite is the company that they do tickets through. That is, again, I've only just caught that on this watch.
A lot of people have used them. Like they're like Ticketmaster.
I use it for my show,
especially for like UK venues and shit.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something again that I've just caught on this watch back. Which, like I said, this is like the 6th time now, I think, watching this battle and still catching things. Definitely, any fans will tell you, like, I can't be the only one that does this, that goes back to battles like this and watches them like multiple times, you know. It can't be.
No, you definitely aren't. We've all watched certain battles mad times. So I just hadn't seen this one back as many times as you, which is pretty cool.
No, definitely that.
I said, fam, I am dead nice. And the reason I generate ticket sales is because I make the event right. My life is a double-edged sword. Because poetry taught me to give, but battle rap still wants me to take lives, and that's time. Let's go.
Great battle. The third, do you know what? I remember in the room, I was leaning towards you, Frankie, but on the watch back now, I think I'd actually say Scoop. And I think that plays into the whole fact of like how I was saying to you, Frankie, like obviously the way you took that approach in the third was great for the audience who've been stood there all day, do you know what I mean, and all that, and it was refreshing that way that you came out jokey. But obviously now that I'm sat comfortably watching it and taking in what's actually been said, I think I'll go more with Scoop.
It's hard to judge that.
But again, yeah.
It's weird, like when I feel like there's only certain battles I feel like I've lost. When I feel like I've lost, I'm like, I lost. But like when I've had a battle where I don't feel like I've lost, but it went sick, I don't care. I don't be out here like me.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like I said, like I could watch it tomorrow in a different mood and be completely different. And it was
one banging, of them, man. It was bad. I didn't know how banging it was until we left that room and went into the second room. Because there was a little break, and then we went into the second room. And honestly, the feedback, like I remember we finally sat down, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" I actually went as well.
I'm pretty sure in that moment, because the day was horrible for me and my missus on this event. Like our travel was shit. It was just everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I remember she was getting annoyed with me because we stood for about 5 minutes just to be able to be like, that was sick to both of you. Do you know what I mean? And then like, go down our breaks and stuff. But literally,
bro, we was locked down.
We wanted to. Do you know what I mean? That's what fans should be doing. We should be coming up to you after and telling you, like thanking you almost for giving us that kind of performance and this entertainment, because you guys don't get to do it. Like you don't get to feel those moments in this battle ever again. You know what I mean? Like music artists, they get to feel those big crescendo moments like every other weekend if they wanted to. You guys literally done and dusted. Like I think that's so harsh as a performer. Even like, you know, dancing and things like that I've done. We would perform throughout a week. We'd do like 12 shows. And you would get sick of it and you would not want to ever do it again. And your brain would purposely like delete it. But yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. I do think there's something in the battle rap world where it could be taught. Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work, but like how Willsy and Danny done it before, I think it could be done. And it would be quite interesting to see.
Well, I appreciate that you waited to thank us, man. Honestly, it was definitely very like I can't thank people enough. Like if they pay like money to watch me, if they don't pay money but they sit and use their time to watch, man, honestly it's still mad. Like it's very mad. I've been doing this 10 years. In April it'll be 10 years since I've had a tryout in battle rap, and it's still mental to me that I've like people even know who the fuck I am. Donny on the chat earlier saying from New Zealand, bigging us up. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy, man. I know the world's super like connected now and all that. It still don't mean it's not crazy to me.
No, definitely, man, definitely. So the way that I always end the streams is we play the Battle Association game. Basically, I'm going to say a battler. Frankie, you've got to say someone that battle is battled, and then Scoop, you've got to say someone that battle is battled, and then I'll say someone that your battle is battled. And we'll keep going round and round until we go out, and then we'll kind of close the stream. Before we do that, though, I do just want to say thank you guys for jumping on. I think this was quite cool, actually. There was a lot of insights that we got from you guys. I do want to definitely do more of these. So people in the chat, let us know, who would you like to see come on and watch their battle back? One that I would love to do would be Shuffler's Scapegoats. I think that's a pipe dream, but who knows? Maybe one day. I'd need like a 4-hour stream for that, I think. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys very much for coming on. Good luck, obviously, Scoop, this Saturday. If you are about, get those tickets, premierbattles.club. Next best thing, like always, is that Patreon /Premier Battles. Go and get that Gorilla Mob, because what's the point of the others? Frankie, you got anything lined up?
No,
what's the
nothing
rest of your year
that's
looking like?
announced or anything. I'm definitely out for a bit, but I've got a couple that one's locked, one's half locked, but they're both back end of the year.
Cool, awesome. That's when I'll probably be going back to events, so I'm happy about that anyway. It's all good. So yeah, let's get into this then. I will start with a battler. I do say one rule: just try and keep it like UK and Ireland. I remembered then, all the Irish guys ain't even here this time, but they always, with me for not saying UK and Ireland. I remembered. So yeah, about that. We'll go with Gem. We'll go Gemini. So Frankie, Gemini, go.
Tally.
Rivers.
Moke.
Quill.
Oh shit! Fuck it up, man.
Damn. I'll go with
Quill. Up already. Oh no, visual.
Okay, yeah. Visual. Koji.
Raptor.
Everybody.
Twice. Twice as well. He's had like 4 rematches.
Gemini.
We started with Gem.
We started with Gem.
Yeah.
You know what? Tony D.
Tony. Okay. Bobby Rex.
O'Shea.
Danny Jack.
Marlo. That was a good shout.
I've got to keep it English. Ogmios.
Nice.
Did we say dialect already?
No, nobody said dialect.
Dialect,
Yunnan?
Yeah. They battled,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bizzo Bond.
Bizzo smells bad, man.
Give you a countdown, Scoop.
We already said Tony in it, so.
All right. So I'll carry on with Bizzo, Frank. We'll see who wins out, me and you.
All right then.
Bizzo, Matter.
LS Dean.
Gas Buff.
Oh yeah, they did battle, innit?
They did.
Will Ross.
Will Ross, Yannick.
Frost.
Frost, Giz.
Shocks.
Damn, you got me. Censor. I should have said censor, but I will say I was out of time then. I'll play it fair. Frank, you are the winner this week, man. Congratulations.
Let's go. I'll take that. Come on.
And that is it for the Smokehouse this week. Like I said, thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome back whenever you want to, guys. Anytime you want to come on, that you let me know just as much as me reaching out to you guys. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do. But yeah, thank you very much. Thanks everyone in the chat. I think we did lose quite a lot of people to the Battle Rap Club tonight, but hey, everyone on the rewatch,
they can watch it back. They can watch it back.
Thanks for coming back. But yeah, that has been the Smokehouse this week. Thanks everyone. Peace.
Take care, guys.
I should have had the outro video ready as I said peace, really, shouldn't I? Because that would have been